Hello and welcome to Module 7. In this module, we'll continue our in-depth study of the 4Cs by looking closer at communication and collaboration. Let's jump right in by previewing the slideshow. Slide 2 links the big ideas of the module to the information in the slideshow. As always, the blue lettering is linked to the slideshow slides. Slide 3 is where you'll find the outcomes and focus for the module. In this module, we'll continue to connect our foundational ideas, learn more about fostering effective practices within communication and collaboration, and develop powerful lesson plans to use with your students this fall. We find the assignments for the module on slide 4. In this module, you'll continue to work on your lesson plans and some additional lesson resources through Jamboard, which is our Tech Try It this week. And you can also do a weekly reflection if you choose. Remember, you are choosing 2 weeks to do reflections between modules 5 and 11. On slide 5, we find our learning path. You are now listening to the introductory video. There are some required readings, which I will show you in just a minute. There's also some video options for you to choose from to deepen your understanding of communication and collaboration, as well as the SAMR model. Then we're asking you this week to study this graphic on this slide, which is from ISTE, and it shows the student ISTE standards. The prompt that we want you to, or the frame or lens, I guess I should say, that we want you to use when you're looking at this graphic is considering how to shift student use of digital tools from enhancement towards transformation. We'll also be building our TPAC through the learning more about the use of Google Jamboard. There are some additional resources that we'll talk about just a little bit on slide, I believe, 9. And then for your assignment or your work products that you're working on this week, you know that you're continuing to work on your lesson plans by building in some collaboration and communication very intentionally into those lesson plans. And also you'll be creating a resource that could be part of those plans or could be an additional resource for you to use this fall with students. But that would be with our Tech Try It Jamboard. And then of course you have the optional weekly reflection for this week, as we said before. On slide 6, we see the required readings. Please choose at least one reading for each of the 2 C's we're working on this week, communication and collaboration. If you want to read in the NEA guide this week, you would just read the pages that shown there that align to those 2 of the C's, or you can read the P21 research briefs on our topics of the week or module. This slide shows the videos related to our focus on the 4 C's. On the left side, you see boxes at the top and the bottom that say communication skills and collaborative learning. Those are videos from Edutopia. On the right-hand side, you see that there's a video about the SAMR model explained by students that we had last week, and then also down below the ISTE Student Standards video series, which we also had last week. But the point is that you could go further by exploring different ones this week if you choose. On slide 8, we have our Tech Try It. You'll see that we have the link to the EU East ET's Tech Talk around Jamboard. We also have here in the middle another one this time. Jamboard was something that we shared in our virtual PD time in April for EU East. I will say that it does explain how to use Jamboard and give some other information, but I took a peek at it today and it's a little bit long, so don't feel like you need to listen to the whole thing. Just stop when you're finished. There's a quick start guide. There's some other information or videos around Jamboard at the bottom right. So click around and choose what's best for you. Slide 9 offers the additional resources. Some of these will look familiar. We've had them before. Sarah and I feel very strongly about helping you build a toolkit. That doesn't mean that you have to listen or watch or read about our topics with all of these resources. It's more about having a place you can come back to go deeper and deeper based on your needs at the time. So we invite you to view and read as much as you have time for, but our intent is not for you to feel saturated. It's to offer you choices and to, as I said before, provide you with a toolkit that you can come back to continue to deepen your knowledge even throughout the school year. Slide 10 shows you our Tech Try It. In the video this week, Sarah has done a very nice job of explaining how to set up the Jamboard, and she will describe for you, or has described for you, what we want you to create using a Jamboard. It doesn't have to be a huge piece, but we would like you to take a try at creating a Jamboard, and we encourage you to, of course, make it useful and practical and create something that you would actually be using or will be using in the fall. When you finished creating your oops, that is a little typo that I will fix, your Jamboard. We want you to be sure to mark it as done in the Google Classroom and attach the link or a picture so that we can see what you've done. And on slide 11, we have our thank you for being the professionals that you are slide. That's it for this module. You have 2 C's to study, you have Jamboard as your Tech Try It, and you have a little bit of playing around with Jamboard and continuing to work on your lesson plans as your work or student products, you being the students for the week. Thank you, everyone.